The owner of the brands Bunnings, Officeworks and Kmart has reported a slight fall in profit to $2.4 billion during the financial year. Joining me now is business reporter Edward Boyd. G'day, Ed. Wesfarmers says COVID lockdowns caused disruptions to the equivalent of 34,000 store trading days during the year.
Yeah, think back to, June, July, August, September, October last year. A lot of their stores on the east coast of Australia were closed. They say it's the equivalent of 34,000 store trading days were disrupted due to COVID. Here's their results. You can see revenue up about 9% to around $37 billion. Profit dipped slightly, down 1.2%, but still $2.4 billion, a decent-sized profit. You can see Bunnings' revenue there increased up 5%. That's due to lots of home DIY workers over the last year really spending more and more money in Bunnings stores. And the good news for shareholders, they lifted their dividend by 10 cents. So full-year dividend, well, the final dividend payout will be $1 per share. So this is obviously one of the biggest companies in Australia. They're a huge employer, and when they're doing well, it's a sign the economy's doing well. The chief executive did talk about how there are still lots of inflationary pressures out there and costs keep rising. So they want to try and keep their costs under control for the rest of this year, Kenny.
As do everyone. Australia's largest fruit and vegetable producer has warned inflation is unlikely to moderate between now and Christmas.
That's right. So Costa Group, they are the biggest producer of fruit and vegetables across Australia. They've basically sounded a bit of a warning on inflation. This is the first half of the year for them. So from now until June, the start of the year till June 30, revenue was up to about $708 million. Profits slipped a bit, down 9%. Dividend's going to stay flat at 4 cents a share. They've had problems with fertiliser costs rising, input costs for farms are going up constantly. One positive for them, though, is shipping. The cost of international shipping is starting to come down, and they do export some of their fruit and vegetables overseas. They also had some problems with avocados over the last 6 months as well. But they do warn that inflation, they expect it to continue getting worse towards Christmas, and then hopefully it starts to moderate in the new year next year. But it looks like for now, unfortunately, prices for things are going to continue going up, Kenny.
OK, thank you, Ed.